You know how there are things in life that you kind of know they're there? Like they are there and you kind of know that you need it. Things like air, for example. You know it's there. You can't see it, but it's there. Well, one of those things is human nature. And human nature has one thing that it doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter who you are, or where like what you learn or where you came from. That is that we humans, we try to impress others. And, for me, it's crazy because I'd never been the kind of person that would try to impress others in terms of like materialistic things. Like, I want the iPhone, right? Like, I want a phone, right? Well, I have a phone here and it does the same thing as a brand new phone. Like, I never been the kind of person that wants to go out and like get the brand new phone. Like, for me, I never had that. But I have had the thing where a new video game comes out and I want to play it. Like that I've had that, I've had the thing where a console comes out and I want to buy it. So I save up the money and I go buy it. But I've never really thought about it like, oh, I have to have it. In fact, if I can't afford something, like I clear it out of my head. I don't think about it. Like, let's say I want recently looking into a Tesla, like a new car, right? And you know everything that I know says, oh, if you get a Tesla, you're gonna be so cool, right? You're gonna have a new car, everyone's gonna look up to you. But then I see my car and I'm like, well, this thing does the same thing that other car does. It drives around, it moves around, it's just the same. So why do I need the Tesla? But for some people, things aren't like that. For some people, they have to have the Tesla, they have to have the iPhone. And what does that happen? Why does that happen? I want to explain to you guys why. So, when I was younger, I used to think that, oh, you need to have the latest thing. You need to have the latest phone, the latest computer, the latest item, because if you're not cool. And coolness is one of those things that I never really like tried to have. Like I never tried to be a cool kid when I was young. Primarily because I'm antisocial. I don't like going out and talking to people. I think of socializing like a battery. Like I have a full charge, and then it just degrades lower and lower by the day. And by a certain point, like I literally just get bored of talking to people. Not because they're boring. It's just because that's just how I am. For me, social interactions it's like working. It's like a job. You kind of have to do it, but if you rather not, you wouldn't do it, right? And which is kind of ironic because I make these videos, I make videos about talking about certain things, and this is social. Well, it's not social, it's more like an event. It's like observations that I make, and I talk with other people about these kinds of things, but for some reason talking to somebody on the other side of the camera, for me, I just find it more interesting. I also like to watch a lot of people do this, so I kind of just copy them. But anyway, guys, about human nature, right? What is human nature? First of all, let me look it up, because human nature is very fascinating. And the thing is, like, the reason it's nature is because it comes to us natural, right? It's something we do without not Michael Jackson. What is, it's things that we simply do because our genes tell us to do it. Things like breed, things like talk, things like scream or cry. These are things that you really aren't taught. You just do them naturally. And here's a perfect definition from the dictionary. It's the general psychological characteristics, feelings, and behavioral traits of humankind, regarded as shared by all humans. So, all humans have this. All humans have, the same thing. Like, you can tell when somebody's smiling no matter what country they're from, where they were born. You can tell when somebody's sad. Literally, if you guys didn't know this, like in any country that you go, if you say yes and you nod, everybody, no matter where they're from, they know that this is a yes and they know this is a no. It's absolutely insane, It's one of those things you look into it and you're like, wow, that's freaking crazy, So now that I was looking into this, guys, like I recently saw a video on Reddit about nature, about birds, and this is an insane video because I saw this thing called the male Victorian riffle bird mating dance. And when it comes to impressing others, humans like to impress others by getting items, by having a nice body, looking good, looking fresh, by having status is one of those things that once you get it, honestly, you don't even think about it, but getting there is the hard part. It's crazy. But like I was saying, guys, this is the male Victorian riffle bird mating dance, And this is a young bird. This is like a juvenile bird. And I'm gonna show you guys what happens when he tries to do the mating dance. Like, this is absolutely insane because once he does the dance, like, if he's young, right? He's not as mature as a older bird. Of course, he's still young. He's trying to learn how to do this. He's trying to find his way through the mating dance, which is something they do naturally, which is insane. Like, they do this out of like existence. But even so, it's something natural. They have to learn how to do it. And I'm gonna show you the video. Like, look at this, guys. So as you can see, the bird kind of just does like a weird dab, and he's trying to impress the female bird. This is the bird on the back, and you can see how his moves aren't really like, I mean, they're kind of fast, they're kind of rigid, they're kind of like a young guy trying to compete against an older dude. They're trying to like, he's trying to like try really hard, but he doesn't look graceful. He looks rushed, and it goes to the end of the video where literally the other bird just flies away. That is the equivalent of a rejection for birds, I suppose. I mean, it's crazy because that bird just got rejected. You would think only humans get rejected. No, birds too, apparently. So going back to the male topic, like on like human nature and all that. Now I'm gonna show you guys what a older, more mature bird does, and honestly, this left me speechless because this is something that it feels like it's human nature. But no, birds do it. It's something that, birds like shiny things. They also do it to impress others. It's something that I find super, super interesting. And when you see the mature bird, the older bird, I'm going to show you guys how crazy the difference is. So I'm going to get the video right quick. I got to show it up on the screen. Also, I'm doing this at the moment, so I don't have anything planned out. I'm literally just talking what I research and trying to make it into a nice video. But this is the older bird. I'm going to show you guys how much mature and how much more graceful he looks. Not because because he's older, but also because he knows more. There's a saying that says that the devil knows more from being older than from being a devil. I think this is one of those things that the older you get, the more graceful you become in things. And this bird is trying to impress the other bird, right? But look the way he does it. It's really fascinating. Alright, also shout out to the video creator. I'm going to leave it in the description, both of the Reddit post and this video. But look at this bird, guys. All right, so as you can see, guys, that was the more older, more majestic bird, the riffle bird. It's kind of crazy because it wasn't really more like a dance. It was more like a shadow thing. I don't know what he did. He like trying to do some TN shit. Or I freaking get it. But apparently that wooed the bird. The bird was indeed impressed. If you look here at the end, the bird stayed. The bird liked the dance. And she stayed. Which is crazy because in the previous video the bird ran away on the male Victorian riffle bird dance, and the original one, this one just kind of got a rejection. It's crazy because you would think only humans are the ones that are trying to impress others, but no, birds do it too. I have fish. The fish do it too. It's crazy. They try to impress each other by how fast one swims. It's kind of crazy, and it leads me to know that even all these like natural emotions that we have, guys, like a lot of people try to suppress them, and I do agree that they should be suppressed, but they also should be vented out at the appropriate times. Things like anger and stress, these things can be vented out by exercising. They can be vented out by working on a job, a job that keeps you distracted completely, working on a hobby, working on things like that. A lot of people, what they do is they kind of just like try to like compress them up, and they burst. So I just thought it was super interesting seeing about the human nature on not only us but also on animals. Like they do the same thing, guys. It's freaking crazy. So you guys, let's make a short video on that. If you find yourself trying to impress others, like you have to get the phone, you have to get the car, or you get it because you want it, but not really because you want it, because I mean, you might want it, but like at the same time, you're kind of doing it because, oh, look what others will think of me if I get this car. Try to think of yourself in the opposite side of it. If you're in the opposite side, you don't have a Tesla, and you see somebody with a Tesla. Well, what do you not have because you do not have the Tesla? Well, I don't have a car payment. That's a good one. My phone took a sigh of relief because it doesn't have a $30 monthly payment. You don't have to worry about the damage on the car. You don't have to worry about, I don't know, some jealous idiot that comes in and does something to it. You don't have to worry about the depreciation of it if you bought it this year with the inflation of the cars. If you have your old phone and you want to upgrade to the new one, well, what do you have because you have the old phone and not the new phone? Well, I can throw this phone anywhere, and I don't care about it. I don't have to worry about somebody stealing it. I don't have to worry about somebody looking on my phone and thinking, oh, this guy has money. Let me rip him off if you're traveling and you normally get a water bottle for $2 and you get it for $5 because they think you're rich. Showing off it's good in certain scenarios if you're trying to maintain a standing that benefits both parties. Like, if people look up to you, then you should probably try to match up to that image and not like disappoint people. That's if you're like in a family and you're in a stressful situation. But anyway, guys, I just want to make a video on that. I know I kind of just went off topic there. I just wanted to give you guys a perspective on human nature and impressing others, because I think the best way to improve on something is to look at it from a bird's eye, because seeing the big picture and knowing why people do things, and not only why, but also knowing how to do them better, because now you kind of like see what's going on. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this short video. Hopefully it helped out. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We have about 10 subscribers, which is absolutely insane as of September 29. So thank you for that, guys. I appreciate it. And anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.